Hey guys, it's Brendan Borman and I'm back for another 270 video. Today I'll be playing as John McCain taking on a Barack Obama with a Hillary Clinton vice president, which is a very overpowered combination inside the 270 game. However, I'll be looking to recreate history, and on turn number 1, I did enter New York looking for a clash and was unsuccessful. However, John McCain, as a free candidate, has a swing state bonus, and he's really good because he doesn't have a negative in town and gown, and he has a positive in high tech. So I can kind of play like a Democrat with McCain and go for Utah and Massachusetts, and kind of pivot from the town and gown bonus, which I'll get here at the end of turn number 3, and open up in Pennsylvania, New Hampshire. I'm going to look at states like Washington, Connecticut, Delaware, because Obama has entered into all of the African American states that include the high-tech states of Michigan, Maryland, and Virginia. So this Obama is deciding to go up in these states and really kind of forego swing states. He's just one state short, which was a mistake on his part. If he goes in New Hampshire, even with Virginia, North Carolina, Arizona, and Florida, that gets him swing. But he's also one state away from the Old South bonus. So maybe a Louisiana or Georgia, South Carolina, that can also count toward AA. So we are in a favorable spot here at the end of turn number 4. He does have a candidate advantage, but I do like my chances. It looks like this guy is prioritizing an African American bonus, and with this vice president, he is going to get a whopping $160,000 a turn whenever he does get that AA bonus. So I just unlocked the high-tech bonus, and so I'm going to put some pressure on in Michigan and Maryland. Already have pressure in Virginia and Arizona, both states. It looks like he probably will defend. He defended Arizona. He did not lock either Arizona or Virginia, which is interesting. And there is the Old South and the African American bonus. So we are tied 2 bonuses to 2. He's going to have a ton of cash here to defend. What I'm going to do is try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and take away the Old South and the AA bonus. And so I'm going to spend heavily in Maryland and in Michigan. Now, I think that most players would lock Virginia here just because of the cost per dollar. So I think I feel good about Maryland, but he does defend, but not quite enough. And we do go past him 2 pips in both Michigan and Maryland. So that's a very good turn for us. There goes the Old South and the African American bonus. However, he was smart and he did branch out into some of those Old South states. So he should get both of those bonuses back. Now, I did decide not to use my town and gown money last turn. And he did not lock Arizona. So while I think that most veteran players here would go ahead and lock Arizona just because they know that I didn't use my town and gown, I'm still going to go for it just because he has to use pure cash since he lost that AA bonus. And I'll be using my bonus that's not being pressured at all with New York, Massachusetts, and Utah. So there is the Arizona steal. That's going to be great for Latino, great for swing states, great for a lot of different things in this game. Arizona's great. And I didn't want to take any chances. I locked Michigan, but I did leave Maryland open, which was a good play. So he does get that bonus back. But now I can use my high tech this turn to lock in Maryland. So as turn 8 winds down here, I have 384,000. I can make a play at New York. I'm going to have some town and gown and high tech left over. Both bonuses are really safe, so I don't have to worry about a flip. And he does defend Florida by 1 pip, and we do lock Maryland. So luckily for us, we did not clash in Florida, so we did cut the deficit 2-1, and that makes it predictable. So he is going to have to spend up in Florida again, and so because of that, I can make a run at the Old South, and I'm going to use my high-tech money to flip Washington. Now, I wish I could lock it just for grins because, him spending all that pure cash and just guaranteeing those 12 electors is a good strategy, but I'm just 1 pip short. We do clash in Georgia, which will hurt, but we do flip Louisiana and North Carolina and Washington. So that was a good play. We're up to 161, and we actually get the African American bonus. We just missed out on the Old South bonus, so we would have gotten it with Georgia, but that $90,000. Or more importantly, Obama not having it is really the important thing. So I'm going to try to flip these old South states again, Mississippi and Georgia. I'm locking Washington for sure. And I'm going to let Obama kind of dictate what he wants to do next here. Let's see. So it looks like he's going to flip Louisiana and enter into Tennessee, so entering into more African-American states, and he's finally going after that swing state bonus in Wisconsin. And so us taking North Carolina away was huge a couple turns ago. What do I want to do here? Kind of playing around. So I'm going to enter into Texas and California. I've learned my lesson the last couple matches against really top players that although you don't need Texas and California, you definitely don't want to wait too long to get into those states. So if I can use cash to enter into Texas, even if we clash, which I doubt Obama will go into Texas, we have that high-tech money, which we can really just let it compound and go into California. So we do enter both successfully. He does get the swing state bonus. However, we do keep all of our bonuses. So a whole nother turn of AA, a whole nother turn of high-tech, Old South, and Town and Gown. We are facing New York pressure, although we have 3 bonuses that go toward New York. And he has 1 bonus that does not go to New York. So that's not real pressure right now, but I will have to keep an eye on it. Turn 12 is winding down, and big clash in North Carolina. That'll just about do it as far as options. So he really got greedy and wanted to get that AA. With compounding that swing state money, it was very, very easy to sniff out. And now I can go up in both California and in Texas. And I'm going to go into a mixture of open states. So some of the white states, I'm going to go 1 pip. Some of the states, I'm going to go 2 pips. And some of them, I'm going to leave wide open. And that is because if my opponent at this point tries to force a ballot, we will clash at least 1 place, and that will prevent a ballot. So he did go 2 pips in Indiana and Kentucky, but we did clash 2 pips in both Missouri and Minnesota. So we will not have a ballot. I also don't know how many EVs are locked in. I'm not too concerned at the moment. But that Texas grab will give me several bonuses. Now I have manufacturing and export. So to go along with the bonuses I already had, I'm going to prioritize getting into states that I'm not there. And I'm just going to go ahead and lock Georgia. No reason to let that be. Use my Town and Gown money, again, in some of the 10 EV states, Missouri and Minnesota again. And I'm going to flip Alabama. We'll see exactly what Obama does here, but this game is an example of how it can snowball out of control. So maybe Obama, instead of attacking me in North Carolina, maybe he saves, makes me spend more money in New York. Maybe he tries to force a ballot that turn and goes for those open states. But nonetheless, turn 14, there's another clash in Wyoming, and so we will not have a ballot. There's Latino, oil and gas, and the ag bonus. So now, other than swing states, we do have all of the state groups. So just 9-1. And so I'm looking at the map and all of the gray states where I am not in. I'm going to go ahead and enter those. Double pipping Tennessee, Indiana, and Kentucky. Locking Alabama. And going to go ahead and go to the point where he cannot go in Pennsylvania. And again, keeping my pattern of strategy true, I'm going to leave open the state of Kansas. So if he does 0 spend or hope that I enter all the states to maybe force a ballot, which we do clash in Hawaii, so there will again be not a ballot. He did spend in Kansas, so it was a moot point. But just to show you how the strategy does work, there's another clash in New Jersey. And so the more states that are not filled in, the harder it is to force a ballot. Once you have entered the state, he can spend kind of any number. It doesn't have to be 1 or 2 pips. But the first time he enters a state, he does have to choose if it's going to be 1 or 2 pips. So now I'm going to do the ultimate gotcha back, Obama, and take the last state group. I'm going to go after the swing state bonus, trying to flip Colorado, New Mexico, Wisconsin, and Ohio. There's Colorado. Hawaii's entered. He does block Iowa. And New Jersey is entered. We do flip New Mexico and Ohio and Wisconsin. So that will be the swing state bonus. And as turn 16 ends, that also triggers a ballot. So this is the last turn. This game is over, but just to go through some of my thought process on a ballot, I'm going to lock Iowa, Wisconsin, Minnesota, defend a couple pips, go after Arkansas, Tennessee, Indiana, using all of my bonus money first, so my export money is good in Oregon. He only has so much money to defend, so how can I get the most EVs possible? Illinois, I'd like to get more money there. Get some of my manufacturing money and ag money into those states and not spend pure cash. I also have a ton of high-tech money to defend Connecticut and New Hampshire. Wisconsin, I might lose. Try to flip South Carolina. Go up a bunch of states by just a single pip. And so I'm going to use all of my money except for 11,000. Pretty good. Let's see if we can get into the 400 range here. Big clash in Illinois. So good job by Obama. It's a big 20 EV state, but more importantly, a 40 EV swing. So we're into the 400s. We get New Hampshire. Oklahoma does flip, as well as Oregon. He defends South Carolina. And it looks like he'll flip Wisconsin, and we'll get West Virginia. So by a final score of 427 to 111, John McCain has recreated history and has won the 2008 270 election. Thank you so much to my opponent. Good game, Eric. And until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next 270 video. Do not forget to hit like and subscribe. Bye-bye.